Okay, well, we got big news from Korg at the NAMM show 2013. The first bit of which is the King Korg virtual analog synth. And here it is. It is polyphonic virtual analog synth based on the same modeling technology used in synths like the Oasis and the Kronos. Rich Formidoni, my brother from Korg, here is going to tell us all about it.
Well, hey everybody out there in keyboard land, I'm Rich Formidoni, and yeah, this is the King Korg. It's a monster analog modeling synth. 24 voices, 3 oscillators per voice, 2 timbres per voice. So having that much power means you have huge, huge polyphonic sounds. And you can stack all those oscillators up together for a gigantic monophonic lead. And also, the fact that you have 5 full octaves to work with means that you can do things like split the keyboard, bass in left hand, and lead in the right. So it's a lot of real estate to work with. Now, there are 200 gig ready presets on board, and some of them are going to sound very familiar. And some of them are going to be good for covering more modern tunes.
What catchy, non-copyright violating licks.
Exactly.
It sounds good too. It's smooth and
definitely smooth is a big part of it, especially when we get to the filters. So lots of cool stuff. You can select the sounds with these category buttons right here.
Yeah, let's walk down the control panel. Let's see what's up
Sure,
here.
sure. So this is where you're choosing the sounds, synth, leads, basses, brass strings, piano keys, all that good stuff. You're looking at 3 individual OLED displays. So you've got one for sound selection and deep editing, and over here is the oscillator section. So this is where you choose what type of oscillator you're working with. So different noise generators, dual, unison, sync, ring mod, cross mod, VPM, which is our digital synthesis, and we've got the DWGS waveforms in there. And over here, we're now looking at the filter section. This is one of the most critical parts of King Korg. Not only does it have its own unique filter types, it also models filters from classic synths. So I'll give you an example. This is
I just want to tell the readers the flicker we're seeing on the screen is an artifact of the video. The actual screen is not flickering.
Thank you.
It's an artifact of my refresh rate.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
So this is the OB filter. And this is the P5 filter. And then this is the MG. Model D there. And this is the acid filter. And then we've got our own MS-20. And you might know from the MS-20, when you crank up the resonance, she howls at you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now,
all of those filter models sound like what they're supposed to sound like.
Yeah, that's the idea.
And it's hard to tell on web audio sometimes. I'm standing here and wow. Yeah, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to point out that's very cool. You move that cutoff real slow, and you don't hear any zippering, any stepping sound. It's all interpolated very, very smoothly. So there's all kinds of other great stuff. There's some pad sounds, and a lot of them have joystick articulation. So I'm pulling in some different sounds by pulling out the joystick. Here's one called Beach Pad. You can hear some waves crashing. I don't know if that came through over the audio, but lots of neat stuff. And then there's also PCM-based sounds in here. So we've got some acoustic pianos, electric pianos. And we've got some clavs.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's a really well-rounded board for just about any kind of gig, which is a beautiful thing. There's also a 16-band vocoder, dedicated LFO and envelope sections, and the effects section is very similar to what you find on the SV1. So you've got the stomp box style effects, you've got distortion, decimator, all that good stuff, and if you look over here, there's an actual analog vacuum tube. So I'm going to take this bass sound, open up the filter, turn on the tube. Now I've got a nice warm boost, crank it up.
Nice.
Turn on the boost, and it's way over the top. Yeah. So that's King Korg. It sounds as good as it looks, and it will be in a store near you soon.
How much?
It will be $12.99.
Very cool.
All right.
Next, we're going to look at the MS-20.
Yep.